Please, let's give him a warm welcome, the leadership doc, Dr. Howard Fero.
Thanks so much. Start the Major League Baseball season and get excited for that warm weather and everything that it brings forth. This was fun. Baseball's fun. Leadership is fun. Right? Taking the lead on a project, finding something that you're passionate about, finding something you're excited about, that's fun. When I went into these interviews, players were there 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, working with their trainers, taking batting practice, taking fielding. Their managers there early, working on strategy, figuring out how to motivate, engage, inspire a 25-man roster. A 25-man roster that's full of people of different ethnicities, of different ages, of different salary levels, of different priorities. Stand up if you're a leader. Not the people who stood up, you're all right. But why wasn't everybody here standing? So in October of 2011, I got this idea. I want to write a new book. We interviewed 17 Major League Baseball managers. Some were former managers, but mostly were current managers, and about 100 plus players. And we went in and we asked them, what is it that gets your team excited? What is it that you do as a manager that gets your team to perform even better than you would expect them to? And we heard some great answers. This isn't rocket science. This is all common knowledge. We know that we need to create a winning culture. We know that we should have a team of strong team members. What we don't always think about is how to do it. What we don't always think about is, what can I do differently in my life, again, whether you're the manager, the supervisor, or just an employee, to make everyone around me perform to their best. Supervision, management has nothing to do with leadership. I don't care if it says you're the president on the door or the vice president. I don't care if you work in the mailroom. How you behave is what makes you a leader, not what it says on your door or your business card. So everybody should be standing up, and if you weren't, you need to be thinking about what can you do differently to make that impact and have that impact on the people around you so that they too can become leaders. How many of you are baseball fans? Okay. So you're going to like this. You're going to enjoy seeing the pictures and hearing the stories about what the manager said. Those of you, how many of you don't really care much about the game or are not baseball fans? You're my audience. You're my audience because you are the ones that I want to leave this room saying, you know what? I don't need to be a baseball fan to understand this. I don't need to be a baseball fan to appreciate the things that these managers are doing to get their teams to excel. But you know what? Whether you're the vice president of marketing, an engineer, an IT person, a photographer, you've got to find your passion. And not only do you have to find it, you need to demonstrate it. You know your strengths, but you also need to know your weaknesses, right? You need to take those things that you're good at and you enjoy doing and really blow it away. If you're a great designer, then do the design work. Don't try to run your own design firm, and if you do, here's the second part. Get a team around you, people who are good at those things that you're not quite as good at, that you don't quite enjoy. And just like in baseball, everybody has their own position. They're all individuals, right? We need to have the best first baseman, best second baseman, etc. But they all depend on each other. They can't do it alone. So, let's start with our 2014 American League Manager of the Year, Mike Scioscia of the Angels. He did a pretty good job this year. And he was one who was very upfront about the concept of passion. It's a privilege to be able to do something you have such a deep passion for. I don't take that for granted. Our second base of leadership, we need to lead by example, right? You've heard this before. You've got to model the way, you've got to walk the talk. This is nothing new. But again, how do you do it? John Fero, who's now the Boston Red Sox manager. Are you Red Sox fans? All right, so we'll talk a little about the Red Sox. Manager of the Red Sox now. He talked to me about, which was a little different than other people, he talked to me about how you got to get the right people on the team. And that's how you lead by example. You put the right team of people around you who are going to all exhibit the values that you want. Clint Hurdle, manager of the Pirates. If I expect them to walk in every day, I shouldn't be able to tell if we won or lost the previous day. This person that I interviewed as a player won 4 AL pennants. winner of 2 World Series, 4-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, National League Comeback Player of the Year. As a manager, 2-time Manager of the Year, first manager to win 90-plus games, winningest manager in New York Mets history, World Series winner, New York Mets Hall of Fame, Baltimore Orioles Hall of Fame, Team USA manager. 50 years in his industry. 50 years! How many of you have 50 years in your industry? Sometimes one person. We can all agree that's a long time. So when you're in your industry for 50 years, isn't it time to just sit back at your desk and say, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this a long time. You should be following me. You should respect me because of everything I've accomplished. Not what Davy Johnson says. Davy said, I don't care how long you've been in this game or what kind of success you've had in this game. Every day you have to gain their trust, and every day you have to gain their respect. How do you win? What do you do in your organization to win? That's how you create a winning culture. That's how you complete the 10 bases of leadership. You find your passion, you earn respect, you lead by example, know your people, cultivate relationships, communicate effectively, support your people, know your game, foster teamwork, and create a winning culture. By doing all those things together, you can become a major league leader. So you have to remember, no matter what position you're in, if I ask you, are you a leader? You get up, you say, yes, I'm a leader. And you know what? You keep leading, you play ball, you have fun, and you develop your major league leadership. Thank you.